My name is Tom Van Bogart, and I'm a member of Advent Lutheran Church here in Cedarburg. Our church supports the community in many outreach causes. We've started to pick different causes for each of the different festivals to raise money to support that cause. For the upcoming Winter Fest that's scheduled February 18th and 19th with the theme of the Wild West, it's going to be from 8 to 4 each of those days. We are partnering with Cross Lutheran Church in the inner city of Milwaukee to raise money for revitalizing a tutoring program for the kids of the inner city. And there is such a strong need for this, especially post-COVID, where so much lost learning took place in those last couple of years, and many students are at different places and need that assistance. And Cross is stepping up to create a program where they will provide one-on-one tutoring, and all of the monies that we raise at this event will go to support that specific project. And the goal is $8,000 for the materials and also for expenses and recruiting tutors. We are going to be doing our traditional bake sale where we'll have lots and lots of different choices of baked goods. We'll be offering hot cocoa and cider. We're going to have some homemade cards, dog treats, of course, and we're going to do a silent auction with some quilts, and we are trying something a little bit different this year. We're calling it the Tree of Impact, which will have snowflakes that highlight different things that you as a community member can do to help in this tutorial program, such as buying books or buying a iPad or other things that they need to support the program. There's also going to be games for the kids. There's going to be our version of cornhole, but it's going to be the snowman version, and then there's going to be some little friendly competition. So there will be lots there for the kids, and also for our four-legged friends, our puppies. We will always, through Advent, be offering treats and water for our four-legged friends, but we will also at Winterfest have a photo booth where we will be having a photographer that will be taking pictures of your puppy. There's a hole in the board, and they're cute sayings like, wanted for stealing hearts. The reward is hugs and kisses. Or wanted for hogging the bed. The reward is cuddles. And also wanted for stealing socks. The reward is laughter and forgiveness. So that'll be fun. Come on out and check it out. If you're unable to make it to the event but still would like to support the Cross Initiative, the tutoring program, you can contact either Advent Church at 262-377-2710 or Cross Church at 414-344-1746, and just let them know that you're interested in being involved in the tutoring program, maybe even as a tutor yourself or through a financial gift. Anything is appreciated, and we hope that we see you out in front of Advent Lutheran Church on the street on the Winterfest activities. Thank you, and we'll see you there. Bye-bye.
Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
I think this is working so far. Feeling good about things. Yeah, everything's going off without a hitch.
What the hell was that audio we were listening to?
The hell that audio was our local Advent church doing a fundraiser for Winterfest.
I thought it was at first a gag.
No, you're a gag.
our version of with all the snowflake references and
Jack,
our
don't trash
version-
the sponsors. Do you have any idea what
our
you're
version,
doing?
Our version of cornhole.
We don't trash the sponsors on this show,
That's
Jackson.
our version of cornhole. I hope to see you all out in the street. Well, I like to see you out in the
Our
street.
version of cornhole.
Wow, that was spectacular.
We don't trash the
I said, where did he find this odd?
Let's make sure we make fun of Java House and Mr. Bob's today too while we're at it, okay? They're doing nice things for the inner city. Oh my God, the worst.
The two. All right. Yep. I'll set to go. I love Advent.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. And I'm sure after this, they love you.
Who doesn't love the Lutherans?
The last thing, you may be asking for absolution before the show is out, boy.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. As I am known to do at the beginnings of most shows, I'm here to apologize for your host. I wish I was paid more to apologize. You actually need me in your real life to apologize for you. I've had people walk in the library and say, "What about that Jack guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know."
What about those snowflakes and cornholes? Talk about.
Let's see how many more advertisers we could potentially lose before the day is out.
Snow.
You're in marketing?
You're a snow.
You're in marketing? Mr. Henke, we'd like you to man our campaign.
You.
Why? Your products are a bunch of crap.
You made my Thursday. I was happy when I said it. I didn't say anything. I wasn't.
No, not at all. No. It's just a church, and you're accusing them of cornholing. So please continue. You're doing great.
Tell you what I heard.
It's fantastic. No, it's great.
It was like that guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Bueller. That was the same enthusiasm and inflection.
Be nice to Tom. He's a good guy. Good.
I'm sure he is.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
I love him. I want to play that recording every day. Start my day off.
After the show, if you hurry over to the pig, you could probably kick some crutches out of some old women too. There's maybe you could like remove the battery from some some pacemakers before lunch. My God.
Snowhole. Oh.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
Hope to see you out in the street.
Yeah.
You play that again, please.
Not even at gunpoint. I will advertise that elsewhere on CPL Radio. Clearly, this is not the platform.
Hey, we got great reviews. Speaking of great reviews, Russell, he says the looks a lot better. Everything's looking a lot better. Looks great, and he loved Jamie's preamble.
Well, so nice to hear you say, Jamie. Why don't you hop in? We have our producer here today. We actually have production help. Jump on in there. Just here. Can you throw yourself in? Yes,
there she is.
Woo! Your mic's off, Jamie.
It's on now. I don't know how good of quality it will sound like because unfortunately, I just realized this morning with the newer iPad, they don't have a spot to plug in the headphones.
Oh, you got to have Bluetooth.
So I have to use my AirPods, but they have really, really bad.
Those are cool earrings, man.
Oh, thank you. Mallory made these for me. They're really cool. They're resin. They've got like flowers and little rose gold leaf in it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is everything you do artistic?
I'm crocheting right now.
You are not. What are you crocheting? What is that? A headband? What the hell?
No. I'm thinking I'm gonna try and make some leg warmers.
Oh.
For July.
No.
Can you get them done for Winterfest? They're having a fundraiser over at the Advent Lutheran Church during Winterfest. I think you want to do something more. So maybe it could be, if you win the snowhole contest, you can win Jamie's leg warmers. No.
My go-to when he's misbehaving.
I love that thing.
You may hear a lot of whip cracking today. All right, producer, get out of here. It's a union violation.
Yeah, great work on the pre-show stuff. Great work. Getting rave reviews, Jamie. So there. Even Russell, he's not easy to please. He's not like me. I like everything. I love everybody.
I'm clutching my stove.
You have mine.
I do. I'm not giving it to you. You're too misbehaved. You'll be like Howard Morris and Andy Griffith. You're gonna run around and throw it through the windows of churches.
No, that's not Howard. What's
Howard Morris played him? I don't remember the character. Ernest T. Bass.
Ernest T. Bass. Yes.
Howard Morris from the old Your Show of Shows. A lot of Mel Brooks work too. Talked about.
That's him.
That's him. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
He wrote and directed a bunch of episodes too of the old Andy Griffith Show.
Really?
But, was a regular as Ernest T.
Oh, he was one of the best. That crazy laugh he had. Now I know why Mel loved him. Mel again. More Mel.
He played Professor Little Old Man in High Anxiety, and everyone says, "Oh, it's Professor Little Old Man." He said, "Oh, Little Old Man. Nobody ever gets it right. Little Old Man."
Mel Brooks, High Anxiety.
Yes.
Was an answer on Jeopardy last night.
No way, really? Oh, very nice.
My daughter, Margot, is hooked on Jeopardy.
Oh, interesting. Well, her brain will expand 3,000 times.
I really aggravate her, though, because I yell out the answers before the people could do it. I'm ready about half the time.
The wrong answer.
It was crazy, yeah. I got high anxiety thanks to Mel Brooks' autobiography, because that was one of the answers. Anyway, today, Java House, 2 days in a row, they're open and cooking 2 days in a row. Woo-hoo. Yeah. First customer. I was banging on the door. I was like, Java House stalker.
Ernest T. Go need some caffeine.
That's pretty good. Jackie T. Bass. That's me. Yes. But today, Thursday, you know what Thursday is? Collection day at Mr. Bob's.
Oh, I was going to say, irritate the Lutherans Day.
From 5 to 7 p.m. Hey, today is a day of celebration for your people, by the way. I want you to know. Oh, look at the face.
We have 9 holidays a week.
Instantly you go, holy shit. You were off the attack. You're on the defensive. I'll get to it. Don't worry. I'll tell you all about it. You're not you're not as devoted as I am. What? They're not devoted. Were they when you are
committed? You should be committed.
Yeah, committed. What's the old fashioned?
Let's get it right.
What's the old fashioned kind?
Orthodox.
Orthodox. That's it. Yes. Jamie knows. Jamie and I are on a religious thing. You need help.
A religious thing.
Yes. I'm Orthodox. You're an unorthodox Jew. That one's never been used. But Mr. Bob's underthebridge.org. Please, if you can donate money, if you can donate items, they are desperately in need of men's winter jackets, among other items, which you can find at Mr. Bob's underthebridge.org, along with a guide that kind of tells you what they can accept and what they can't accept, they kind of describe the conditions it has to be in. It's very helpful. So please go to that website.
There we go.
Java House, as mentioned, is open. I said to Julia, I'm like the Java House stalker. I'm here 2 days in a row. When you're holding the paper, banging on the door, then you know you're a sicko. And Mel's has lots going on between the Shamrock shenanigans. Remember the 19th. What's today's date? The 9th. Only 10 more days.
Yes.
10 more days to volunteer before. To sign up before you do that. And Mel's is also, I want to do another one. There's a fundraiser that Mel's is involved with with Distillery. They on February 15th at Lime Cantina, they're having a fundraiser for the Schumacher family. I don't know if you're familiar with them. Daughter Irene Schumacher, I think she's in 7th grade, just swinging. She was on a swing set like a normal kid, jumped off the swing set into a pile of leaves, broke bones in her neck and vertebrae, and they are the family. I heard
about that. Yeah,
she's making wonderful progress, but
awesome.
The medical bills are just unbelievable. So February 15th, Lime Cantina. February 21st, Distillery in Grafton. portions of those sales each day go to the family. So please consider that.
Excellent.
Mel's is getting involved. They're having distillery Grafton camo hoodies that you can win, all kinds of cool stuff. So please get involved.
Yep.
So that's the good stuff. And then you got the Republican Party. Did you see the article in today's news graphic?
I have not kept my hands on the news graphic as of yet this morning.
A special from correspondent Lisa. They have a correspondent named Lisa Curtis there.
I've heard good things.
Yes. I just read this first paragraph because it's great.
Read as much as you want.
Republican Party of Ozaukee County votes in an entirely new executive committee. This is the front page of today's news graphic. Following what was described as a ruckus, in quotes, of a meeting, the entire executive committee of the Republican Party of Ozaukee County was either voted out or resigned on Monday. The annual caucus was expected to be lively after party member Alex Lakin announced he would challenge Kathy Broghammer, excuse my pronunciation, for the position of party chair, citing a lack of leadership, strategy, and a general lack of coordinated activity with membership and candidates. He was also joined by a slate of other candidates who would be challenging for the other incumbents. The meeting, which lasted more than 4 hours, was held at the Ozaukee County Fairgrounds Pavilion and was intense at times.
I don't even do stuff. I don't even do stuff I like for 4 hours.
Yeah, yes, you do. You weirdo. But
no, it's medically. That's medically unsound.
A Mel Brooks movie-a-thon. You'd watch High Anxiety and Silent Movie back to back. Then another great thing: father and son arrested after fight with woman escalates in Saukville. Did you hear about this?
No.
The reason I bring it up to you
is
in
the woods.
Saukville father and son are facing several charges, including threatening someone with a gun. It all started at the Saukville Taco Bell, where the son was employed. You have to read about it. Go to the news graphic.
Those of us who live there know that everything in Saukville starts and ends at the Saukville Taco Bell.
We got to watch the time today because this is our loaded guest day.
It's a busy one. Yeah, it's a busy one.
Loaded tots. So go to the news graphic. There's all kinds of good stuff in there today.
Did they mention the news graphic? The whole sheriff's department thing?
I didn't see that in the but I was racing through it.
We're not telling tales out of school. Lisa mentioned it on the show, so it's not like a blow. Yeah, so I hear that the raucous meeting needed to be corralled by other sources, outside influences.
It was the raucous caucus. Is what it was.
It was.
Today, remember we were pining away for a good national day.
We were
bemoaning the fact noodle kugel of all things. Today is like the greatest day because there are two great things on the menu today for National Day. The first one is Pizza Pie Day.
They call it pizza pie. They don't just call it a pizza. All right.
Well, it says National Pizza Day, and then there's another entry, Pizza Pie. And that brings up a question. Do you know anybody except for someone doing just what you did, imitating with a bad Italian accent saying pizza pie? Do you know anybody who says, hey, anybody want to go get a pizza pie?
Super Mario.
Yes. Do you know anybody who says pizza pie?
I do know one person.
Who?
Me, all the time.
Oh, you do not say
that. I do. You do not. Because it's the old man approach. As if you're look at him acting shocked over there.
I've heard people say, let's get a pie. I mean,
yes, your crowd would.
Or how about some za? I love the za. That's great.
As the foghorn blows and the haze of smoke, someone says, let's get a za.
And someone might say, what? It's 8:15 in the morning. Why are they talking about pizza now? I've got a stat for you to cover that. You know what it is?
What would that be? Yes.
Did you know that 36% of Americans eat pizza as a breakfast meal?
Oh boy.
That's more than 1 out of 3.
Oh God. Like traditional pepperoni sausage, green pepper, I mean, it's not breakfast pizza from,
It's a breakfast meal. All it is cold pizza from the night before, I would imagine.
Yeah, boy. So they're like,
do you eat cold pizza?
I do. I mean, if I'm desperate, if I'm literally like sprinting and I have 8.5 seconds to get to the car before I'll be late for work, and I'm open the fridge, there's some cold pizza there, I'll grab it.
Well, let's bring in AJ and get his
Absolutely.
take. Get him.
Jamie,
going.
can you bring AJ for us, please?
The thing is, it's also in addition that quickly.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Snap your fingers, AJ
what's-
appears.
what- today is National Pizza Pie Day.
Yes, it is.
Do you know anyone, or do you? I know your dad eats chili dogs from Quick Trip for breakfast. Do you eat pizza for breakfast? Have you?
I used to when I was in college.
There you go.
It's such a college thing.
36% of Americans eat pizza for breakfast.
Yeah, I used to when I was in college all the time. So.
All the time.
Not all.
Take it easy there, big guy.
See, what happened was we had a place called Rosa's in college
Mhm.
that people would go to after games and stuff, or after big events. And we go there, and the pizza would be there in the morning. So we'd eat it. So.
Excellent. It's also one other day. And this one's close to Bulldog's heart. National Bagel and Lox Day.
Hey, there it is.
Man, just dump those stereotypes right on me, why don't you?
It's not one of your people's things.
It very much is one of my people's things. I just went through this with the movie The Fablemans when the anti-Semites were chasing the Spielberg character down in high school and calling him, "Hey, Bagelman!" And they started hanging bagels in his locker.
Oh no! Shut up! Okay.
In the movie.
Yeah.
So be careful with that.
You know what else it is, guys?
What?
National Get Traded If You Complain Day.
Oh, great! And Bulldog's been
Jack, it was nice working with you.
He's been complaining a lot lately. I think he's gone. We've got the good one. We've got Jamie.
Hey, it looks like we had a Doug appearance too.
We I dispatched
Whoa!
I dispatched a drone to Doug's office, and now he's forced to be on the show.
What's up, guys?
Doug, are you wheeling and dealing, making trades today as an agent?
I'm right behind it. The Bucks are going to make one trade before it's done. I don't know what it is.
Where do you get your juice?
Jay Crowder.
He's gone. He just got traded.
Well, he's going to be retraded.
Okay.
At least one of those three players, if not two, are going to be retraded today.
I agree.
Man.
I agree.
Two bokinis on one thing. Hey, Doug, do you say pizza or pizza pie?
Pizza.
Today's National Pizza and Pizza Pie Day. Do you know anybody who says pizza pie besides Bulldog?
I didn't think that existed.
Yeah.
Well,
There
my hope is always that it does exist, because pizza pie would, connotate like a really thick, deep, filled with meat stuff. Like a pizza pie, I'll take it. That sounds great, but nobody ever gives me one. So Eduardo's on Mayfair, they used to have a really deep, thick, stuffed pizza. I was like, that's a pie.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great stuff pizza. Do you know, Doug, more than 1 out of every 3 Americans eat pizza for breakfast?
Really?
Yes. Have you ever?
Oh yeah, when I was young, I did.
There you go. You're still young.
You came home, you picked it up late at night, you brought it home, and then you put cold pizza with it.
Exactly.
Did you warm it up in the morning or eat it cold?
I would warm. My wife ate it cold. Lisa likes it cold.
I'm beginning to see the roots of America's health crisis, because because in our younger days we all eat pizza for cold pizza for breakfast.
Well, Doug ate it until he got more mature. Then he switched over to chili dogs, which is a better choice.
A lot of heartburn coming at my age.
So now you spread it.
Yeah. You can only have so much of that so often. Red sauce is tough on a body these days.
All over. I'm feeling the red sauce in my ankles, man.
Yeah.
Have you been watching the show at all, even though you've been ditching us all this time?
I have not. I apologize. I've been up and down and all around. I hope to make some more shows now. We have an 8:00 stand-up. We had a little communication issue, so every morning I bring my team together for an 8:00. Not my team, our team together. For an 8:00 stand-up for 10 to 15 minutes, which has helped the communication gap.
Excellent.
I bet. Yeah, well, we were hoping you were watching to keep an eye on AJ. He's getting kind of out of hand a little bit. Last week, he told Bulldog to shut up. 2 weeks ago, it was my turn.
And neither one of us had it coming, I promise you.
Yes.
He's in the. Did he tell you he's in the control mode now because it periodically has to control things at practice when things go bad. So I think he gets in that psyche for the day. His mindset.
Yes, sir.
We're happy to help.
The difference with the kids at practice and Bulldog Me is those kids have a future.
Yeah.
There's hope for them. There ain't no hope for us. But what do you?
Baby.
Okay, what do you Bokinis tell us about the trades and what do you think? What's going on?
So I don't get the Kevin Durant trade. Well, I get it from a Brooklyn standpoint, but I don't get it from the standpoint that if you're a Nets fan, you just traded for a guy who hasn't played all year. So be happy about that because he hasn't played all year. And but I really don't know something must be going on in Brooklyn, and we all knew that something was going on in Brooklyn, but something must be going on because they're 12 games over and they just traded their whole team. So
well, I don't think they saw that they didn't have a chance to win. They're looking down in the future 3-5 years from now.
Yeah,
that's all they can do.
And it was only a matter of time before Durant requested it again to be traded too. So I think they figured might as well be proactive.
The fact that they traded him to one of the teams he requested was kind of amusing to me.
Yeah. Interesting. Again, we're talking about. I was listening to the radio this morning and how the players control the NBA and where they want to go, and in the NFL, they don't.
Right.
Right. And if they just want to sit on them in the NFL, they're going to sit on them and make them come back. So,
that's true. But Irving, Kyrie, he wanted to go to the Lakers, and they refused to trade him to the Lakers. And then you got players saying that's petty of the team not to trade him where he wants to be traded. So that's a little crazy.
Well, Russ got traded yesterday too. So.
Yep.
Well, Russ is like Ben Simmons. He's got about that much value.
Yeah.
He's a overrated cancer right now.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna.
He got traded in the middle of nowhere. He got traded to Utah.
Well, Salt Lake City is a beautiful area, though. But I can tell you that what I heard is he's going to get bought out. I mean, that is a great deal too. You get paid to not play. Team cuts you loose, but nobody else wants you. That's going to be the thing. I heard he might end up with the Bulls, though, eventually.
Good. Another setback for the Bulls.
Another guy who can't shoot on the Bulls. That's great.
Does this trade make the Suns an instant contender?
No.
What?
No. 2 players? No. That's like saying does Dallas an instant contender? No. Maybe in the West, but not for the championship.
Well, the issue is, to me, the only thing that they don't have. Well, they don't have a lot of youth anymore. I mean, they traded some of their best young players, right?
Yeah,
and
they traded.
Durant is 35,
Cam
and
Johnson.
Booker's in his prime. Obviously, I mean, he's really good young. But what about Chris Paul? He's 37. Is he going to hold up? That's the question.
That's the question. They always get to the finals and he always breaks down. So I mean, he gets to the Western Conference. We'll see. But
I don't know the Western Conference. The issue is you got Denver and everybody else in a big pile. So
yeah, right.
And who knows when it comes playoff time, does Denver have enough to? I mean, they're deep.
Yeah,
they're deep.
What about the Grizzlies?
Ja and Jaren Jackson. Well, it depends. If Jaren Jackson comes back healthy, I like Memphis. But if he doesn't come back healthy, I don't like him.
Doug, what do you say?
I don't think the way they sit right now, I don't think they're in a position. Right. They're having some issues, internal issues to go along with it that doesn't help them out.
Right.
So,
what about?
I think Phoenix is in a good spot. I mean, they're going to score enough on you. Can they play enough defense? Right. But
a month or two ago, when the Pelicans were really hot and Zion was lighting the world on fire, some writers were picking them to go to the finals, not necessarily win it. But he's been hurt again, So they've dropped like a rock since he's been hurt.
Yeah, it's missed 17 straight games. Huh?
Yeah. Last year they made it pretty far without him, though. I'm surprised how bad they are without him this year.
Well, I think it's because their dependency on how he's been playing, maybe.
Okay.
I'm hoping Denver gets over the hump.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Jokic and Giannis or Jokic and Embiid. That'd be fun.
I just like the Jokic Giannis. I like to hear the announcer say that. Jokic Giannis. That's what
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Jokic or Embiid? What are you already throwing Boston out of the equation? You guys been going to Philly?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Another homer call cheering for Doc Rivers.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's about right.
Hey, isn't it weird though that the NBA, it's Super Bowl week and the NBA is dominated, even though it's early in the week. I can't remember a week where the NBA dominated the headlines going into the Super Bowl before.
Well, they put the trade deadline in the All-Star game right back to back.
Do we think the Super Bowl is going to have whiz-bang ratings this year? Or is it going to be a ratings flop?
I think it's going to be a good game. I don't know if the ratings will be good because Philly and Kansas City, so the ratings should be pretty decent.
Well, Philly's a big market.
Yeah.
It's one of the top 10 markets for TV.
Kansas City is like the AFC Green Bay, so you'd almost think you'd have good ratings.
Mahomes is popular.
I don't know why anybody would watch when we already know it's going to be 30-24 Eagles.
Yeah, someone picked that.
yeah, I picked that.
I mean,
Agent Doug? What's your pick for the Super Bowl?
I got to go with the Eagles. I'm hoping for the Eagles. So, yeah.
All right, I got some Super Bowl trivia for you guys. There are 4 teams in the NFL who have never played in the Super Bowl. Who are they?
I was gonna say if you say number one, I know somebody that's not here right now that'd be unhappy. I was gonna go Minnesota's been in though, right?
Yep.
Jacksonville.
Yep. One is famous for historical collapses and gut-wrenching losses.
Detroit.
That's not who I was thinking of, but they are one of the 4. So you got 2 out of 4.
You said gut-wrenching collapses, and AJ went right to Detroit. I like that.
Do you give?
We're just talking overall.
We got a time limit. Here they are. You got Detroit and you got Jacksonville. Also, Cleveland Browns. How could you not get that one?
Cleveland Browns.
And Houston Texans. Who the multiple Super Bowl winners include the Patriots, Steelers, 49ers, Packers. But who has lost the most Super Bowls?
I know that one.
Okay.
The Bills. They've lost 4.
Nope. Incorrect.
Denver.
And there's one other team that are tied with 5 losses each.
I have Broncos fans in my family, and it's fun to hear them squirm at these Super Bowl losses. They devastated.
It's New England Patriots.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
It is.
Yep. And then last one I have for you. What a lot of cities host the Super Bowl. What city has hosted the most Super Bowls?
New Orleans.
New Orleans is second with 10.
Los Angeles?
Los Angeles.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Miami, 11. Miami, 11. So that's it. That's
I remember
cool.
as a kid, my cousins.
Since you brought up Cleveland, we just got honored, since we have to honor locally Joe Thomas, who will be voted into the Hall of Fame, knock on wood, if he's not. Probably, and I don't know if he probably, I could say that if anybody checked it out, he might have the worst record ever by a player who will be nominated into the Hall of Fame. If not, first-time Hall of Famer has to be the worst record of any player.
So they're nominating him because he's going to get it because he's just a really good guy?
He was the best tackle in the league, an all-decade team.
All right.
He could protect the blind side. They had nobody protecting the front side.
Yeah. Cleveland quarterbacks in those days, he really did protect the blind side because that's the only side that their quarterbacks had was the blind. They couldn't find them. They couldn't see them. They were pathetic. But anyway, very cool. AJ, you have anything else for us to chew on?
I forgot. I have one more thing other than the trade deadline.
Okay.
Actually, a couple more. So we got Wisconsin last night. But the major story that's probably going to get less coverage than it should is Marquette beat UConn in women's basketball last night.
What?
For their first back-to-back losses since 1993, 1994.
Wow. That's news that UConn loses. And to Marquette.
At Marquette, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I wouldn't have known that. That is a good one. How did the Badgers do last night?
They won by 5.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't watch it. That would have been agony.
In overtime.
Oh my God.
Dodged a bullet.
Chucky hit a 3, and then they came down. Then Penn State came down and hit a 3, went to overtime, and they won by 5.
Excellent. All right, cool.
I got to say, I turned on that game, and it sounded like there were about 12 people in the stands for that game.
Oh, at Penn State, yeah.
Penn State, you look behind one of the score or one of the backboards, and there was like nobody in the stands.
Well, there were 12 viewers on TV, and you and AJ were 2 of them. So
I watched it 2 minutes.
I was on the radio.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Wow. Okay. You said you have one more last thing, big guy?
Those are the last 2.
That's you shot them all off? You got them all in?
And we got a West Bend. We got a game at West Bend tomorrow night. So.
All right.
West Bend. Okay. Any good?
West Bend is not good.
Okay. Okay.
Which West Bend do you get? In the east one, the west one, the north one?
It's the same school, but it's the west one.
Oh, very good.
The West
Okay.
one. Okay.
Very good.
All right.
Excellent. Playing the West Wing tomorrow. We'll tell President Joe to bust out the sweat socks. Oh, come on, man. Stop scoring on me. Anyway, good stuff, Bookie. It's nice to see you. Doug, welcome back.
Yeah, no kidding.
The guys, all the best.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned.
That is
I'll
great.
be looking for the message. But tomorrow, yeah. So have a great night.
New
All
link
right, you
every
too.
day. New link every day. I read your whiteboard. You look like you have a busy Thursday. Get to work. It's so clear. I can read everything on your whiteboard now.
Thank you.
All right.
That's shining off my head. Thank you.
We'll work on that too.
I thought that was your halo.
Hey guys,
That's my halo. All right. Hell no.
Saint Doug and Saint AJ here on the Jack Henke Show. So nice to see them, and we will see them again very soon. Take care, boys.
take care, guys.
See you, Bokinis.
With AJ, and that is terrific.
Agent
There we go. All right. As producer Jamie put down there, don't forget, comments are welcome. We read them on the show, unless they're particularly lame. Actually, no, if they're particularly lame, we'll definitely read them on the show. So don't hold back.
Russ, where are you?
Yeah, come on, Russ. You're part of the action now too. You're on the payroll. It's Cyber Thursday here on the Jack Henke Show. Eric is getting into character. He's not just a cybersecurity expert. He plays one on television as well. And there we go. Oh, look at that. He's got a really nice lower third there. Tech, cybersecurity, compliance solved. So there we are. Nice to see Eric. What do you think of this new? What do you think of the new duds, new digs?
New Doug's. There was a new Doug.
Yeah, there was a new Doug. That's true. You're looking good, man.
Dad joke 1.
Oh, we got him. Please. Don't make me get out the big books. Dad Jokes, Volume 74.
I'm doing good. How you guys doing? I like this.
Excellent.
Fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
And producer Jamie just gave you a crawl.
Wow.
Like a worm.
Yeah, yes. So there we are. What's going on in your world, sir?
Oh, what indeed? Where do you want to start?
The beginning.
Highest threat first, lowest threat last. How's that? can take it.
Which one?
Eric is currently surrounded by threats. They're all staring him down.
Let's go. Just pull the thread out of the bag.
Reach for it, mister.
I think one of the eyebrow raisers of the week. How much time was spent during the State of the Union address on cybersecurity?
Well, that would indicate that I watched it. I watched a few highlights. I saw some very shrill women screaming in the balcony. So I was
And Big Bird.
And Big. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't want to watch this. This is bad TV. I'm gonna go watch Green Acres.
Good choice.
Absolutely.
Wilbur. Wilbur.
There you go.
Who's that big yellow bird?
Of course. Yeah. So I take it from your not so veiled, ironic comment that not nearly enough, if any. Correct.
It was woefully lacking in content and time.
To be fair, Joe has his kids come by and save his settings on his phone. If it's anything like my dad.
Yeah, because that's why there's the whole laptop issue. Anyway, no, it was woefully lacking, especially with some of the big items that are going on in the world. That I don't know. It's easy to get numb to constantly being tapped on the forehead like a water torture about cybersecurity risks,
Yeah.
but the threats are still there. They're still increasing in capability and complexity, and quite frankly, the other side of it is we have this whole Chat GPT now AI driven everything.
I use it every day.
On.
I use it every day. I use it daily.
When you can get into it.
No, I'm grandfathered in. Because I gave them full access to my Google life, Eric.
Oh, there it is.
Genius.
Oh, I don't do anything. I go to a library and I talk to my cats. What do they got? What do they got on me? So there we go. But I'll tell you, all that really, really choice copy you read on the Cedarburg Library site, where I'm like promoting stuff. Yeah, I had a little help with that.
Maybe you shouldn't say that, because the library might go. Well, if a robot can.
Oh no, someone still has to mop the latrine, man.
They got robots for that too.
Latrine. Yeah, that's one of the first things.
So there we are.
But no, we've got no discussion at the top level on cybersecurity and what we're going to do moving forward. Our threat levels are, we still haven't seen the best of the best out of Russia since the Russian-Ukrainian thing, like we were all expecting to see. And as we add more fuel to the fire, tanks, maybe planes someday. Right. When will that dam break, and when will we see things there?
Washington Post agrees with you.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah. No, there's a lot to be said about that circus, but nothing can really be said about cybersecurity, and it's a big concern because your compliance frameworks, your industry standards, and everything like that, we look to leadership and guidance, right?
Yeah.
And when it's lacking, it only makes us more weak and more lost in the valley of darkness of cybersecurity of risk.
Is there, Eric? Is there a governing body that is like, I'm talking like interstate too, or like someone from Wisconsin, someone from Colorado? They all get together. I mean, is there some kind of governing body where you guys can be like, hey Joe, you dropped the ball on a big topic?
Well, we have the National Institute of Science and Technology, NIST, that provides guidance. PCI provides guidance. The payment card industry, they got together just like the automakers got together and said, it's maybe a good idea if we all put seatbelts in cars for,
Right.
or the government will make us, but let's do it on our own. The payment card industry got together with the same mentality and said, hey, let's do some cybersecurity stuff before we're regulated into it, so we can actually have people who are smart about it doing the guidance. Your different industries have guidance. The power industry has NERC, the National Electrical Reliability Corporation. Sounds weird, but just go with it.
I'm with you.
You have the CMMC, which is an offshoot of a NIST compliance document for the Defense Department. You have the Center for Internet Security, which provides a guidance level document. And you have standards and guides, things like that are out there. So to say that there's a truly unifying body, on the one hand, do you really want a truly unifying body, or but if you want to get
depending how much power you
want
want to give them, I suppose,
there's that too.
Yeah.
But depending on where you want to get involved, there's groups, there's things like that, and it really comes down to best practices, which unfortunately in a lot of cases is up to interpretation, and interpretation is the subjective side of the subjective objective argument. So yeah, it's difficult. And if you've got a problem sleeping and you want to go to bed, crack open a NIST document, NIST 853, for instance, that is about setting up a security framework and whatnot in your organization. It's only like, I don't know, 759 different sections that eventually break down into like 1,500 some different subsections, so yeah, I mean, there's stuff out there, but like with most things, if it's not a priority by somebody who's in a leadership position, does it get done? If someone doesn't say, hey, the latrine's got to get cleaned, eventually the latrine doesn't get cleaned.
Well, Eric, it'll take the way Congress and our government is set up with the age and demographics of people who are in power. It's going to take 20 years for that to happen, for that changeover to happen, right?
You're optimistic, yes.
I know. Yeah, I cut it in half, but yeah, I believe in the future.
And it's not necessarily. I mean, yeah, there's aspects of it that Congress could get involved in. Chose my words carefully there.
Well, I just put alleged leaders. People who are going to be the coach. Who are going to say, "I'm going to see this through."
Right.
Is there anybody? Is there anybody like that out there that you hear of or know of that is like a unifying voice? I'm not talking organization, just one person that people rally around or even listen to about it.
There again, you have people in industry that are known. You got Krebs on security. Is essentially a journalist, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Journalists shouldn't be setting policy. Shouldn't be saying this is the direction we go. Our leadership should be doing that. So don't take the lack of cybersecurity in the State of Union address if you put any weight on that. As the fact it's not important, because energy sector, medical sector, there's an increased push in ransomware that's happening again right now, and I get it. You hear this stuff. What can I do? It doesn't bother me. It's never happened to me. That's the most dangerous thing. That, and I'm from the government and I'm here to help, are like the two most dangerous sentences in the world. It's not happened to me yet, or you don't know about it, which is the other one. Right. You look at the Office of Professional Management (OPM) breach that happened a few years back. They had some vendor come in. They're like, well, let's check out your wares, right? And they're like halfway into their demo of their product. They're like, you've been breached by, we think, China for over a year.
Wow.
So would you like to buy our product?
Good sales pitch.
Beware of salespeople who say they want to see your wares. That's warning number one.
Is this a side quest?
He's a closer.
But yeah, no, I mean, you've got that aspect of things that I know people are inundated with. When you're trying to run your business, you're trying to just get everybody paid, make sure there's enough money left over so you can take your owner's cut, or expand your business, or whatever what you're set out to do is to make great tacos or charcuterie boards or whatever that is. These kind of things, they're important, but most people don't realize how important they are until it's too late. And that's where it's you go to the doctor for a checkup. Hopefully, you need to have that same kind of mentality and proactive. How can I deal with things now? Well, they're tiny before they become bigger. Because that's the other side of it. We had a breach with a company that we were working to get into for 3 years. And they would, yeah, we're interested. Tell us more. We'll meet with you next month. Punt, right? And they call us up in a panic on a Monday morning at 8:30. They've been breached by ransomware. Our services would have cost a tenth of what the remediation to get unransomwared, and it would have protected them. We're going on 8 years of not a single breach with any one of our customers.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you waited till today to drop that?
Yeah.
You've had you on the show constantly. That's huge. Well, bringing out the big guns on February 9th.
You got to ease into these things.
All right.
Ease into these things.
Very nice.
No, that's we've had detections. We've had events that have occurred that have been blocked, and that comes down to if you look at, if you're trying to get in shape, right? There's a regiment that you do. Okay. If you're cleaning up your house, there's a regiment that you use, right? There's certain products that you use because that's going to clean the scum out of the toilet, and those others aren't, right? The same is with this kind of stuff too. There are products that work. There are products that have great marketing but don't work. And there are providers out there that take the time to test everything, make sure that it meets the promises of the marketing material.
Sure.
And then more importantly, they use what they sell.
Yeah.
I know some companies out there in our industry that they sell an antivirus software essentially because it makes them a lot of money, but they don't use that antivirus software for their own stuff.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Typical. Well, our vet's in the house, Eric, and so we're gonna move from cybersecurity to critters. But
The fun
thanks for
stuff.
stopping by. Yeah, I've got for next week. I'll send you. I got a cool article here from Cybersecurity or just Security Magazine, and it's the top 7 trends for 2013. So I will preemptively mail you.
2013.
Sure,
2023.
Sure, 23 is fine too.
Sad to say, the threat trends, at least from 2013 to 2023, are pretty much the same.
Essentially the same. There we go. That's the biggest trend. Nothing's new.
People still use password 123, and it's like, I don't know why my account got broken into. Oh, well.
I was so secure. Well, Eric, thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by the big chat and
thanks.
by the chat GPT.
And thanks for bringing up the State of the Union too. That was great.
There we
Well,
go.
Really
like I
appreciate
said, I mean, someone at the top makes it a priority. Everybody else makes it a priority. That goes for a business. That goes for a city. That goes for a state. That goes for the country.
As you can see in our lower third, chat GPT is already
Working hard.
taking care of business. So, all right. Take care, sir. We'll see you next week.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Eric.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Eric from Protocol 46, and we have Dr. Kelly heading into the studio here, and from the green room, rounding the corner, passing the donut truck, and popping into the studio.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Scary, isn't it?
That was different.
Blows my mind. So, welcome to the new office, Dr. Kelly. We have,
Thank you.
freshened up the curtains a little bit. Added a plant.
Oh,
Like
good.
we're like the Java House. We're all redone.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of shocking.
I haven't stopped in since the new and improved. I'll have to
Yeah.
see what's going on over there. I need a golden moon milk this afternoon because here's a new crawl for you guys. Very important.
Oh,
You're welcome, Lisa. We're here for you. So there we go. Anyway, what's going on in your world, Dr. Kelly?
well, have you guys heard about the dog in, I think it's southern Nevada, that was spotted many times over several months running with coyotes?
No.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
Just a blurb. Just a blurb. I didn't.
Yeah,
go
I
deep.
didn't know about him till just recently, but he got named Ghost by people who would see him because he's all white. But it was obvious
so am
that he was a dog. It was
Yeah.
obvious that he was a dog, but they would regularly see him, usually in the evenings, when people see coyotes the most, running with, wild coyotes.
Sure.
And over several months, people kind of on their local social media would, share pictures and locations and just compile information basically about him. Eventually, he started limping really badly.
Yeah.
And so they decided that they had to rescue him because, they didn't want the coyotes to turn on him.
Are they known to do that? Turn on one
Well,
of their own? He's kind of one of their own. At that
I
point,
mean,
isn't he?
most wild animals who eat meat will.
I mean, Jack's turned on me twice.
They live on the edge of starvation. So yeah, they probably would.
Wow. Okay. So did they rescue him?
So it took a couple of months, or I guess, yeah, a couple of months. And people would, share pictures, try to walk up to him, but he would get away. He wasn't growling. He would just be like, nope, and leave. And eventually he got into bad enough shape that he willingly crawled into a trap where there was food and just laid down.
Oh.
Yeah. But he's not feral. He's extremely friendly. And even like 3 days after being captured, they showed him just walking on a leash through a pet store, just calm and normal, not crazy.
That's smart.
Yeah, he's young, but he was very beat up. He had a lot of scars, an eye infection, an ear infection, and he had rocks in his intestines that they were watching to see if they would make it through or not, because he was, hungry enough that he tried eating rocks.
Oh man.
Yeah, he seems very friendly, but they also said at nighttime, he's extremely agitated and he paces and paces.
Time to party.
So I'm hoping that goes away because I'm sure that people are lining up to adopt him because of his story and being on the news. But I hope that nighttime anxiety goes away because that's tough to live with.
So I found Jack, running with a local pack of possum.
You wouldn't capture me. I'd growl at you.
And I gave him a show.
you gave him a show. You're a coyote ugly bulldog. We're gonna leave that out. So
I'll get up on the bar whenever you want.
So wow. But the thing that always amazes me is that people care so much about animals that they perceive as be injured, and other people, they're like, I don't care. But look at that poor dog. Oh my goodness, we got to get him to Dr. Kelly before he passes away. For God's sakes.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. There is a real dichotomy with people. It's like they grew up with pets, they love pets, they have pets, and other people are like, animals? What? No.
Right.
And it can be just specific species though too that people are weird about. One veterinarian was sharing a story about how on a Zoom meeting for work outside of veterinary medicine, there was someone who people said, oh, who's that cat behind you? And the guy's like, oh, I don't know. It's my wife's cat. And they were shocked he didn't know the cat's name. He didn't know. And
He actually didn't even know his wife's name. That was really interesting.
The cat's been living in his house for 10 years and he doesn't know his name.
Have we met?
I don't know. I can't stand that thing.
And the people, after he left the chat, the people were real weirded out.
Does he know our names? we were just on a Zoom with him. Does he know who he was talking about?
And the guy seemed perplexed that they all thought it was weird that he didn't know the cat's name.
Was this the first clue that told that crowd he was a little strange? I mean, really?
There wasn't other hints, you know.
But the same guy, you know, while during this meeting, called his dog over and was like, "This is my dog." Blah, 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 and was petting it. And so it was weird. The dog was his, and the cat was his wife's, but he knew zero about the cat.
I love it. That's hilarious.
She'll get the cat in the divorce. I promise you that.
Yeah, he probably barely remembers there is a cat.
Right.
I wonder if
my box turtle Patricia. He knows all of them, but the cat.
Will he be invited to the next Zoom, or everybody going to go? No, they'll tell him 10 o'clock. They'll start at 9:30, saying, "Okay, what are we going to say to him? What are we going to do to him?
What do we do if we see the
cat?" Everybody wear cat masks. See if he does anything. Start purring. See if he does anything. Hiss at him.
There's probably a long history there, a psychological, you know. Oh man, that's wild.
Do you see, Dr. Kelly, or pets, cats or dogs? Are either one's owners more easy to deal with, or no? Does it? Can you say there's a cat owner or there's a dog? Are there telltale signs or no?
No.
No, they're all cracked.
There is such a feeling about bird owners and horse owners.
Really?
Oh, do tell.
Yeah. Just say that. Okay, talk to you next time. No.
Let's unpack that here, shall we?
Bird owner, since you're a bird owner, tell us about bird owners.
Well, in small animal medicine, they like to say, "Oh, the bird owners are the horse owners of the small animal world," and what that means is just that they can be crazy. They're kind of like crazy about their animals, or that, and just crazy.
Just over the waterfall, insane. Certifiably in need of a straitjacket.
Bird owners. Since you own a bird, then you get all the crazy bird owners shifted your way?
I have owned several birds, but I don't. In medicine and surgery, I don't really get into birds, and so no, people don't send me birds because we'll look at them. We'll do nail trims, we'll do beak trims, we'll do wing trims, but if it's a really, really sick bird, if it's a bird that's truly ill, we're actually sending it somewhere else.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Bird heaven.
Wow.
Well, they do that on their own a lot, just in the car ride on the way to the vet when they're sick. They'll often not make it to the vet.
Ooh,
really?
Yeah. Because the stress of the car ride is often enough.
Really?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you don't see a lot of birds tooling around town.
Yeah. I don't like that bird. I'm going to catch it and put it in my car.
Well, by the time you can tell that a bird or even any prey species like a hamster is truly sick, they've been sick for a while and you couldn't tell. So they're sicker than you realize.
Yeah.
And so I will tell people that sometimes if their bird is sick, it comes in the hospital, I have to tell them that me touching the bird might kill it.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's a cheery message when you get to the vet.
I'm ready to do a full exam. You realize if I touch it once, it's over. That bird's gone.
It might just die in your hands when you're trying to help it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow. Bird and horse. I didn't know. Well, horse. Now that you say that, people who love horses really love horses. I mean,
yeah, it's a special connection of not really a calling, but kind of along those lines.
I suspect if you get your horse in your car, he might die in the car on the way down there too.
a really sick horse might not survive the trip.
Had to get it in your Subaru.
Your car might die as well if you get a horse in it.
I remember seeing a couple horses who, were very sick. They were trailered to the vet school and they opened the back and started CPR.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man alive. That's a big AED. You got to connect it to like the overhead line, power lines. I imagine it's a big animal. Holy cow. CPR on a horse. I didn't know that was even a possibility.
It is cows too, but it's
really,
that sounds like a very physical activity.
Yes. It involves a lot of knees and jumping.
Wow.
Whoa. My imagination ran wild with that one. Holy cats. Dr. Ben should do that at Foreman Fitness. He'll be like, we have a lot of like cows on the verge of cardiac arrest.
Well, they have goat yoga. Why not cow CPR?
Oh, yeah.
Fitness class, cow CPR classes.
Goat yoga. There's also puppy yoga I've seen now.
That can't go well. They're not
I know.
calm at all.
Nobody's doing yoga when there's puppies running around.
Good Lord. Because they're unconscious, maybe, but my God. I mean, they sleep a lot, but when they're not sleeping, they're on. So,
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yoga.
Right.
Wow. Well, Dr. Kelly, thank you so much. As always, I learned at least 9 things today when you stopped.
No kidding.
Right.
Fantastic. Cow CPR, bird
ghost
owners are nuts.
Yeah,
Ghost
dog running with coyotes in Nevada.
I love this. This is a great segment. This was we hit our NPR stride right here.
What's the bird and horse thing you said? The quote you had.
Well, we would say that the bird people are the horse people of the small animal world.
I'm putting that on the crawl next week. Jamie, make a note that way. Thank you. All right. Fantastic. Cool. Well, that's the show for today. And so nice to see all of our wonderful guests in this new platform in quasi-full HD. And, depending on your equipment at home and your internet connection. So we'll see you back here tomorrow. Foreman Fitness Day. We're going to do some cow CPR tomorrow.
We'll ask Jeremiah about it. What's
Game
going on?
Yeah. All right. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you, Dr.
Thanks, Dr. Kelly.
Bye-bye. You're welcome.
A little Shirley to you.
All right. Hello, Wonder Weezer to you all. There you go. Dr. Kelly's gone. And the broadcast is over. Wonder Weezer again.